We're gonna go through some pushing and pulling motions. I'm gonna do just an easier version of this slowly. So easier versions of the main routine with a lighter weight at a slower tempo to get warmed up. Now I really only have about 3 moves I'm gonna run through today. I may add some, we'll see. If I'm feeling good, I'll add some. But basically, I just wanna practice the main moves at a slower tempo for my warm-up. So for about the next 5 minutes or so, I'm gonna go through some smooth and controlled motions. And you know what, I might add a fourth. I think I'm gonna get some shrugs in here today. And you'll see that in a moment. But I'm gonna go a few more on this push and pull. You're also gonna see me push and pull in a hinged position so I can get my lats after getting my shoulders here, okay? So I'm gonna practice the shrug. So I'm gonna go a little heavier even in my warm-up here. So I'm gonna put in a shrug plus a calf extension, all right? So it's not just upper body today. I'm gonna do a bit of lower. Now I did do legs yesterday. So my major muscle groups, my bigger ones like quads, glutes, I'm gonna let those relax today and work on my smaller stabilizing muscles in my lower body while the other ones recover. Now I'm gonna get that plus some upper body here. And I'm really just trying to get myself prepared for the main routine. So I am going slowly and controlled, slow and controlled, all right? Let's even get this thumbs up. Hey, thanks Aaron, appreciate you. Give me them thumbs up if you want to, you know? Thumbs up for you guys, how about that? Give yourself a thumbs up. All right, I'm gonna do a practice crossover curl. But guys, thank you so much for the engagement. This really helps me out. I love to work out with other people, and you guys are there to keep me motivated, so thanks for being here. All right, so I'm just warming up on this crossover curl. It's not really a curl, but I am trying to get my chest going a little bit. As I cross over, I can feel my pectoral flex. Now I don't have the most space in here, so I'm not gonna do a lot for chest today. This is kind of gonna be my chest move here, which is gonna have some elements of biceps in it too, elements of shoulder in it, and elements of chest. That's why I really like this one, all right? I'm gonna do a few more, just part of my warm-up. And I've got the Apple event in the background. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a tech nerd and I love watching the Apple presentations. So you see me looking over there, I'm just checking on the new cool Apple stuff coming out. All right, so I'm gonna get about 1 more on each side, and we'll go 1 on that side. Okay, we're feeling good so far. Again, thanks guys so much for being here. It's great hanging out with you. Feel free to give a like, subscribe if you want to hang out with me again. If you want to see more content like this, that lets me know I'm doing an okay job, and I'll keep going with that stuff. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit heavier for my push-pull in the hinge position. And again, I'm still kind of warming up, so I'm gonna do a moderate speed on this push and pull. It's more like just a pull because I'm not forcing this weight back to the floor quite yet. That's gonna be later. But right now, I'm just getting this movement down. Just wanna feel like my body is in good alignment. I've got my whole kinetic chain lined up. And I'm getting those muscles working that I'm gonna get harder on very soon. All right, let's do a couple more, and I think that'll be about 4 moves. Let's do 1 and 2. Okay, all right, feeling good so far. Okay, so I'm pretty much warmed up. I'm gonna keep going a little bit. I'm gonna work on my heart rate. I'm gonna work on getting my heart rate up a little bit more so my body's good and ready for some heavier weights. Okay. All right. Let me get about 10 seconds of jogging here. Keep working on my heart rate. And we'll go for 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm gonna work on those 3 for now. So I'm gonna start with my shrug, a little bit heavier now. Shrug with the calf raise. Oh, sorry, actually, you know what? I wanna start with the standing push and pull. So I'm gonna keep it on the lighter side here. I'm gonna use 2 weights this time. So really, I'm just giving it a good push and I'm pulling it back in. Now, this is already kind of challenging for me. So that means I'm gonna just work about 30 to 50 seconds today. I'm in a hypertrophy kind of range today, rep range. So for me, that's gonna be about medium speed, 30 to 50 seconds at a time. I'm really just estimating on my time. I don't have a clock today I'm working off of. I don't recommend doing that, estimating too much, but I'm just gonna try it out for today. Okay, feeling good there. Feeling good there. No, Aaron, thanks so much. That was actually useful. Double tap screens, I didn't know that. Thank you so much. I learned something new today. Awesome. All right, now we'll go into that shrug with the calf raise. Here we go. I'm gonna go a bit heavier this time. I'm working in a circuit here, so I'm doing 1 move at a time, minimal rest, and I move right along. Again, aiming for about 30 to 50 seconds for each move. Now I am just, again, estimating how long that takes because I'm not looking at my clock today. I'm gonna feel it out. So you let me know if I hit my mark or if I miss my mark. Let me know, that'll help me out. All right, I'm gonna get a few more. Let's go for 3 more. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Okay. Let's do a quick breather. Check out my stream here. Oops. Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, let's keep going. So from there, I'm going back to that crossover curl. Get my chest, my biceps again. Not going too heavy quite yet. I'm gonna pick up the speed though. That's how I'm gonna add some intensity on this round. And then once I know I'm for sure good and warmed up, ready for even more weight, that's when I'm gonna pick the weight up. So next round is gonna be a little bit heavier, but I am picking up the speed on this one. All right. Just about 30 to 50 seconds of work here. Ooh, here comes the rain. I can see the clouds coming. I hope we get rain today because it's been really hot. All right, I'm gonna go for 1 more each side. That's 1 and 2. Beautiful. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 down. We're gonna add our 4th again. That's gonna be my hinged push and pull. Now this time, since I'm warmed up, I'm gonna make this on the faster side, on this faster tempo here. At least 30 seconds. I hinge forward. Here we go. I am pushing, and now that I've got some speed with it, sorry, I am pulling. Now that I've got some speed with it, I can push it down too. Add a little bit more chest work with that. That is definitely harder to keep that speed on there. Woo. I'm gonna go for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Okay. Wow. All right, that's our round 2. Definitely more intense, and then 1 more round, so I'm gonna grab some water right behind. Keep that with me. Okay. feeling good. I'm gonna rest about 30 more seconds and I'll get back into those 4 moves. We have our standing push-pull, we have our shrug with the calf raise, we have our crossover curl, and we have our hinged push-pull. All right, pretty much letting the lower body recover today and work on the upper while that recovers. All right, well, let's do that. So I'll go a little lighter. Actually, no, I want to use 2 weights. I'm going to use 2 weights on this one. So I'll do 2 lighter weights. All right, standing position, nice and tall, 30 to 50 seconds here. I am picking up the speed as well. Just trying to pick up the effort. This is plenty heavy for me. Plenty heavy, but I'm still gonna try to keep it on the faster side. Okay. Yes. Yes. So far, so good. Let's bring this up again. I'm gonna put on my timer now so I can be more accurate with my 30 to 50 seconds. So let me get into that. I'll try for, whoops. I'm gonna try for the full, about 40 seconds on and about 30 seconds off in a circuit, okay? That's gonna help me be a little bit more accurate with my set range here, my rep range. Okay. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm gonna go for round 3. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier now. So that means we have all 4. Let's go through 40 seconds now, as many as I can, each one. Oh, you know what? I think we're still in the middle of that set. So let's keep going with that set. I'm gonna go heavier on my shrug and calf raise. Yeah, I think we're still in that round here. So let's keep going with that round. All right. So I'm going a little bit heavier this time. I'm trying to get my calves burning, trying to get my traps burning. And on the days where I kind of want to get a little bit of legs going, a little bit of lower body, but my glutes and my calf, my quads are sore, I might go for something like this to get the calves going. And since I'm holding heavy weight anyway, I like to add the shrug in there and get the traps too. Love this one. This is a lot like a farmer's carry. Farmer's carry takes a lot of control if you're carrying heavy weight. All right, that's our 30-second rest. So I'm just gonna take a few breaths. Oh, Skinny Legend is here. Skinny Legend, I didn't see you before. Skinny Legend, I hope you're still here. Okay. It's okay. It's okay if you're not. If you already left. Sorry I didn't see you. Oh my gosh. All right. So we have our calf and shrug with the calf raise. And that's our beat for the push, pull, and the hinge position. So let's get that heavy one again. One heavy weight. There we go. We got 40 seconds work. I'm doing as many as I can with this heavier weight. Give my back a little bit of rest and come right back. Finish strong. I am trying to push as much as I am trying to pull. That's kind of the key here. Whew. And this is hard. Trust me, this is hard. If you're strong, maybe you can do this. But for me, that is tough. Okay. All right. I think that's round 2 or 3. Okay. Skinny Legend is still in the house. Love it when Skinny Legend is in the house. All right. Awesome. I think my chat is messed up here. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to fix that chat. Put that back on there. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, it is. Awesome. So right now, guys, we're in the middle of about a 1-minute rest. Skinny Legend for the win. Skinny Legend, did you work out today? Who's working out today? Raise your hand if you're working out today. Me. Okay. So I'm gonna go for next round. I'm gonna go as heavy as I can and try to get at least 30 seconds for each one while trying to keep a bit of a faster tempo. So I'm not gonna go as heavy as possible, keeping in mind I wanna move on the faster side with these. Okay, so for me that's gonna be about a medium to heavy weight. So here we go. Now I'm gonna put 2 hands on one heavy weight for this standing push-pull. 40 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Getting your hair done. I bet it looks beautiful. Sounds good. Are you getting your hair done right now? Are you watching the live stream right now while you get your hair done? That'd be awesome. Let's keep going, guys. Come on, beeper. We're almost there. Woo! Couple more. Come on. Let me go for one more. Woo! Oh my gosh, where is that beeper? There it is. Okay, that was 40 seconds. That was a little, I was a little slow on that one. You can't rush the beeper. Sometimes 40 seconds feels like 40 years with these things. You know what I mean? It's like plank time. When you hold a plank, it's like time takes forever. Whew. Okay, I'm almost done with my 30-second rest. So I'm gonna go for my shrug to calf raise. That's a little bit heavier now. All right, let's try 40 pounds per hand. That's what I'm going for today. Here we go. Here we go. Now guys, whatever weight I call out, it's not for anybody else, it's for me. We do the weights we can handle. So if you're following along, you don't gotta do anything I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I like to do today. All right, so by the way, if you're enjoying this workout, it'd mean a lot to me if you could like it, subscribe if you want to see more of me. That helps me know I'm doing a good job, and you guys like this kind of content. Whew. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna guess I have about 10 seconds. Oh, less than that. All right, time flew by on that one. That's our 30-second rest. Whew. Shout out to HIIT Workout, because that wasn't 30 seconds. That's crazy. I know. That's what it feels like. Gotta love HIIT workouts. HIIT workouts are amazing. Definitely my favorite. Most of the time. All right, we got our crossover curl. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. That's gonna slow me down a little bit, and that's fine. That's the idea. We want it to be a challenge. Even if I'm trying to work heavy, sometimes it's not going to move fast, you know? But the effort for me, for now in this workout, is to try. The effort is there. That's the most important part. You can try to lift a heavy weight really fast. You might go slow. No problem. No problem. You just do your best, right? All right, I'm going to keep going. I'm gonna guess 10 seconds more. It's my favorite guessing game. When I work out and I'm using a timer, look at that. Time flew by again. Time is flying by today. Whew. Okay. Okay. That's our 30-second rest. We have our hinged push and pull, all right? Let's go for that. I'm gonna go for one 30-pound on this one. Almost there. BB, literally getting my hair done. No problem, Skinny Legend. Do your thing. Glad to have you. Okay, guys. This isn't the heaviest weight I can handle, but it's the heaviest weight I think I can move on the faster side. That's what I'm going for today. I'm going for higher tempo, faster tempo today. Kind of getting the type 2 muscle going. That explosive type 2 muscle. Woo! I'm gonna keep going. Almost there. Come on, beeper. Let's go. This one takes forever. All right, that's our 40 seconds. Okay. All right, we made it through the next round. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay, these are intense. This is more intense. Okay guys, we're in the middle of about a minute rest. It's been a while since I done like a higher, faster tempo kind of workout. I do myself personally kind of like an undulating approach to different phases of training, meaning different rep ranges, different sets, different tempos, different rest time, different exercise selection. So I'm going through different types of training because I like to be as well-rounded as I can. I want to be able to handle most activities. So I do sometimes more athletic stuff, sometimes more hypertrophy stuff, sometimes more stabilization. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and get back into the next round. We have 40 seconds now. Back into the standing push and pull. 40 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is definitely burning. Let's hope this one goes by fast too. This one's tough. I'm gonna try to keep it explosive. Woo! Come on, almost there. Almost there. I'm gonna do 2 more. 1, woo, 2. All right. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing on that one. Wow. Okay. 30 seconds of rest here. Okay, let me get a little bit of water before I go to the next one. Okay, we're coming up on our number 2. That's gonna be our shrug. It's calf raise. We'll get a bit heavier. And here we go, 40 seconds. I'm just gonna do as much as I can now. I'm not worried about tempo so much on this last round. So I can really just go for a burn. I'm just going for a burn on this round here. Do as many as I possibly can. Trying to burn out my calves, burn out my traps. Almost there. And there it is. That's our beep. Woo! Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. About 10 more seconds of rest, then we go into our crossover curl. Okay? I'm gonna go lighter, of course. I'm not gonna lift the same weight for that. That's crazy. Go lighter, so use those smaller muscles. Here we go. All right, just gonna cross over. I'm trying not to swing per se, but I do want to reach all the way across. So if my form gets a little sloppy, you guys can let me know. I'm doing my best to keep my trunk still and just bring that weight right across. So what I'm trying to do is feel my pectoral, my chest, feel my bicep working as I bring this across. Just one at a time. I would love if there was like a 2-arm version of this that I could do with the dumbbells. That'd be great, but just the nature of, that's our rest right there. Just the nature of that movement, I do it one at a time. Okay, so far so good. We have one more in the circuit. So, catch my breath because that was hard. One more time coming up on our push-pull, our hinge push-pull. So I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. See if I can do 40 pounds on this last round. Okay, 2 hands on. I get in my hinge position, here we go. I'm going as quick as I can move this weight in good form, in good control. Okay, let's go for it. Come on. We're almost there. Last few reps. I'm gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more for good luck. And that's our beep. All right, we got good timing on that last one. Okay, good stuff. All right, wow. That was definitely on the more intense side. So we made it through, what, 3 or 4 rounds of 4 moves today. We got our standing push and pull. We got our shrug with the calf raise. Everything with dumbbells, by the way. We got our crossover curl. Excuse me while I reset my timer. We got our crossover curl here. And then we got our hinged push and pull. So a lot of upper body today. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this workout. If you want to see more like this, I'm going to try to go live as much as I can. And again, thanks for coming. Oh, by the way, I'm going to go into a bit of a stretch. So my hamstrings are still a little bit tight, so I'm going to do a few for lower body. I'll take the next 5 minutes or so to stretch, and then I'll get my upper body stretched out after that, since I mostly did upper body today. I got a little bit of calves. Core is always included when we lift free weights, of course, but I'll do mostly upper body on the stretch. All right, I go to the other leg. Okay, I'm going to stretch out my calves. So the way I'm going to do that, bring one foot behind me. I'm going to glue my back foot, see if you can see this. I'm going to glue my back foot to the floor, my heel to the floor. I'm just going to hold it here. Now some people like to move dynamically or actively through this stretch. Today I'm going to do this kind of in an active way. So I'm not going fast or anything, but I'm going to hold for a few seconds. I'm going to relax. I'm going to hold for a few seconds. I'll relax. Hold for a few. And we're not being too strict on time held on this stretch here. I'm kind of just feeling it out today, but we got a few reps on that side. So let me get on the other side. All right, so I glue my heel to the floor, a couple of seconds, relax, stretch it out, relax, give it a stretch, relax. And we're gonna do about 3 more on this leg, a couple seconds, relax, couple seconds, relax, and there we go. All right, a few for the upper body here. And I'll continue on. I'll get you know, probably 2 or 3 stretches for the upper body. I'm really just going for the muscles that I worked today. All right. Got the chest. So stretch the chest out a little bit. I'm getting a bit of a stretch in my shoulder as well, holding this chest stretch. I'll switch sides. Okay, I'll do one behind the back here. Just gonna hold about 20 seconds on each one. Give my shoulders a good stretch. Give my pecs a good stretch. I'll come forward. relax. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much again for being here. Do you meditate? Great question. Thunderlord, sweet username. I do. I love to meditate. I'd say that's my second favorite, maybe my first favorite activity for just kind of embracing my own wellness. Meditation and exercise are very high priority. But yes, actually I do. I would say even meditation is more important to me personally than exercise. What about you? Do you like to meditate? For me, I think that is if I had to pick two things for my own well-being, meditation absolutely, exercise. I like other things too. I like journaling. I like spending time with friends and loved ones. How do I start? Well, that's a great question. Thunderlord, it's interesting you ask. Some people really don't feel like they know how to meditate. I can't tell you personally how you would start. I think that's up to everybody to choose how they're going to go about it. For me personally, it really is like a practice. Just like working out, it is something that I try to discipline myself to at least start. That's how I usually approach building a good new habit, is just to committing to starting it, and then try to develop some momentum, some repetition with that, some consistency. That's very important to me. But there's a lot of different ways to meditate. I would absolutely encourage you to learn about it. I like to learn about meditation in books or just my own practice. But there's a lot of great resources out there. But thank you for asking that question. I absolutely love meditation. It is life-changing in my opinion. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to jump off and get going with my day. Thanks again. Again, if you want to hang out again, feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you later. Take care.